All right. Well, here
Hi,
we are.
Erica. You're here.
It is late May, so it's been
like a few months.
Yeah.
Right?
Even though
Beginning of March.
March 10th was when the last podcast episode came out, but
No, that was when we recorded
sorry,
it.
that's when we recorded
Yeah.
it. So it came out not that long ago.
Yeah. So we've released one recently, but we haven't recorded in a minute.
Yeah. How does it feel to be sitting here doing this now?
I mean, I'm happy you're here because it's like rare that we get to like hang out without our kids.
I know. We like try and find
Little
moments. Pockets of time.
Yeah. And then we're like, okay, and when we have those moments, should we record a podcast?
Right. Well, in this moment, I think it's like, okay, things have changed. There's a lot to update on.
I mean, a lot of people have been like emailing us, asking questions.
Like, I've gotten a few emails through GoFundMe.
We've gotten some Grief Street emails.
And a lot of DMs. So I just feel like we want to put something out there. I mean, people have asked, like,
is Jordy dead?
Well, they say, are you alive?
Are you alive? Yeah. Sorry, they don't phrase it like that. They say, are you alive?
Yeah.
And then I am alive. Here I am.
Here she is in full form. So maybe we can give an update on what's happened since March 10th, and I can help
fill in the gaps. Okay. So March 10th was when I got my last scan, and it was that there was some regrowth. And that was basically like telling us that the trial that I was a part of didn't fully work, and going over what my options were moving forward. And so there were thankfully some options that I could do. So I could like do re-radiation, which I did. I could do another form of chemotherapy, which is like a pill that you take every 6 weeks.
It's called Lomustine.
Lomustine, yeah. And both of those are like standard treatment for like a reoccurrence for glioblastoma. So, taking hi Hank,
little creeper over there.
Creeper video.
I mean, they talked initially about surgery, but it just it was just too risky to do.
I was not willing to do it again, number one. And number two, when I actually talked to them about like, what do you think this is going to do? They were sort of like, well, it could definitely like re-injure the area.
Oh, they said you could be paralyzed.
You could be paralyzed. I'm like, I'm already slightly paralyzed. By slightly, I mean like half paralyzed. And so like, I don't really want to do more damage. Like my body doesn't need that. And then we thought about doing this thing called lit surgery, where they make like a small hole and then they use like a laser. But once I talked to the guy, he was like, unless you can get like to the core of it and get most of it, then it's not really worth doing it. And they can't. So then it was just left with like regular treatments that are non-invasive.
So you went through 10 treatments.
10 sessions of radiation. Hair fell out again.
In the same spot.
One spot. And then chemo one pill every 6 weeks though. So it's different this time. So yeah, not bad. I felt pretty okay throughout it. A couple days of like having a bad headache or like feeling nauseous, but overall been feeling pretty good. What else?
Okay, so I mean, then you got sick. So
yes.
And you were taken out a bit from that. Like I think it was just hard.
I'm like immunocompromised, so it's like hard to fight off stuff.
Ice cream's gonna melt.
Okay, so you take it. Thank you.
Hank is taking the ice cream. I now see that.
Buy ice cream.
Buy ice cream. Okay, so then you went through the treatments and then
I got sick.
Then you got sick and then they said we need more blood work to see if we can do the chemo again. Because again, it's one pill every 6 weeks. More than 6 weeks had passed. And then you had a scan that you had to push back because you got sick.
Yes.
So everything was kind of pushed back a week or two.
Basically like put on pause essentially.
Yeah.
With the treatment.
And you were talking about having headaches.
Yeah.
And we were, I think, just chatting before you got your scan that like, all right, you definitely, probably it's grown.
I mean, just like with the way things have always gone, like for sure.
Yeah,
like,
it's like
it's recurrence, it's moving fast. Like
we were like, okay, if it's 12 centimeters, because before it was 4. Like,
yeah, we were sort of like expecting projecting numbers and like doing all the
'Cause we're
things.
Effed up. Then we watched a manifesting.
Yes.
Yeah, we watched manifesting like summit, and that was the day before you found out your scan results.
Oh, it was the day before.
Yeah.
Oh, right, because I said,
Because you hadn't walked in a bit.
yeah, so I've been using the wheelchair like mostly, and then if I have to go like downstairs or something, I'll like walk with a cane. But I was like, I need to like get out of this little rut that I'm in. I need to walk around more. Like, I need to just push myself a little bit. And so we watched the manifesting thing the day before my scan. Or no,
Before you found out the
before I
results.
got the results. And so like that morning I woke up and I like texted Erica. I'm like, I'm starting my day by going for a walk and sitting in the sun. And, you know, I don't care what happens with the results today. I'm just going to like make sure that I do those things. Because if you think things, you're going to start to feel them, and then they're going to become actions. And so obviously I can't change, like I'm not like a manipulator of the world, but I am a manipulator of my own experience. So if I can change the way that I'm thinking about something and then change the way I feel about it and then, you know, rewire my brain essentially, then maybe I'll feel better and it'll change the way I feel about whatever's going on. So I text Erica before my scan results come
And I was
through.
like, oh, I'm so proud.
Yeah, I sent her a picture of me sitting in the sun. I'm like, I went for a walk. I like did my things, and I did it before my scan results because like if I got bad news, I would probably bail on doing it. And then we met with the doctor, and stable. It was shocking.
Yeah.
I was like fully ready for him to be like, Jordy, like I could give you good news, but like, you know, no good news comes with this. And
Right.
yeah, no, he was just like, no, I'm happy with the scan. Like, it looks exactly the same. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So that's a win in our
the
book.
fact that it didn't grow
Yeah.
in over 2 months
Yeah.
like shows something really different, even though
I mean,
we don't
yeah.
know how long this will like last
Yeah,
for.
Yeah, exactly.
The fact that it even the
Stalled.
growth has stalled because it
Yeah.
was like moving at a pretty fast pace.
Yeah. The fact that it like took a little break to like hibernate or something was just surprising to us. A happy surprise, of course.
Yep.
And so then, you know, like something like that happens, and I think it just like makes you think on like how you've been like operating.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I was already like reconsidering how I've been operating, but this made me think like, so I've been acting like I'm full on like for sure dying like in a couple weeks, and now I have no idea. And I'm just like gonna go with that. Like, okay, like I don't know what's gonna happen, so like I'm just gonna keep acting like I don't know what's gonna happen. So I'll just like live my days like I want to live them.
Right, exactly.
And like that sounds so simple. Like when you think about it, like of course I should just like live my days.
Well, I think it's hard when you have a scan, and I feel like every time you get a scan, it gives you kind of like this new sense of what to do with that like time until the next scan. And so I think you were feeling pretty like defeated.
Yeah.
And then this scan, it's like reinvigorating.
But even before the scan, I was feeling it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Remember watching the talk?
Yes.
The
That was
summit.
the day before. So
yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
like,
it's not the scan, Erica.
okay. It was correct. That's true. That's true. But I would say like for a month, it was feeling pretty low and depressing.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think I just sort of given up. I was like, okay, like I'm going to just lay in my bed. I'm going to like
Wait, because hold on.
What?
So,
Oh.
me too, but I'm just saying.
Oh, I mean, we can.
I mean, it's totally up to you, but
I mean, like, yeah, I can just be like, don't do that if you're in this position.
well, I think it may depend, but I think that probably
Okay, so
okay.
here's what changed. Up until a couple months before that scan, that wasn't great. I had never asked about like a prognosis. It's like I know from my own reading and data and whatever that it's bad, but I never asked for my specific one because I just was like, who knows? Like, it could be anything and no one really knows. And then I asked because I was like, okay, if I have like very little time left, I like want to be able to figure out how to like plan accordingly and like make sure that I get things done. And it was all well-meaning, but I think once I asked and they gave me like 3 to 6 months, yeah, that was super depressing to hear. And there was like, I couldn't come back from that. It took me like a second to come back from that and be like, oh, okay, like, yeah, let's go back to living a life worth meaning. I mean, sorry, a life worth living.
Yeah.
Because I was like, my life is over. But then it's like, okay, they said 3 to 6 months. And then all of a sudden it was like, actually, it's not 3 to 6 months. We can't tell you what it is because now you have the scan that's stable.
Right. This like buys a lot more time.
Or at least a little bit. So they're like,
yeah,
oh, like we thought it was really going to be different, but now it's not.
Sure. So I think it just goes back to like no one really knows.
Yeah, no one has the answer. So if you want to know, if you're in a position like me and you want to know, go for it, but also know that it might actually not give you information that's accurate. It could just be some guess. And that's what it is. And so rather than leaning into the guess, I'm just going to go back to like, oh, like I don't know what my timeline is. Nobody does. So let's just live life the way that we want to.
Easier said than done for sure.
Yeah, definitely have hard days. A lot of hard days. But overall, I feel like since that moment of like turning around after getting a timeline, I've been feeling a lot better.
That's good.
And like shifting my mentality.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, like I was like, who cares if I can't sit in the sun? Who cares if I can't walk? Like, forget it. I'm not putting in effort for that.
Yeah, it's like not a way to be.
No. And it's like, okay, well, what if I'm here for 6 months? Like,
yeah.
And then what I'm just like, not ever like gonna try to walk? Just like, cause?
I know.
Like, cause like you have to put an effort to do that, you know? It doesn't just happen.
It doesn't just happen.
Because you want it to.
If you don't use it, you lose it.
Exactly. So it's like, I kind of was just like, well, who cares? Because I'm not going to be here. And that's not really like...
Yeah, I think it's hard because at first the conversation was, okay, if I have limited time, I want to use it in a way that feels most meaningful. Yeah. But then I think in the process of doing that, you realize that some of the things you weren't doing were actually hindering your current life.
Yeah.
But again, which I had to tell you about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because you kind of just like went down this hole.
This like self-blaming.
Yeah, like you gave up and you should have done more. And I'm like, it's
been
only been
so
weeks.
Long.
Like it's been weeks. And you were also like really sick. And whenever you get Avastin, it puts you out for a few days.
Yeah.
So like at that point when we had the conversation, you really only lost like 3 to 4 weeks of physical therapy and whatnot. It wasn't like you gave up.
I was basically just saying like, oh, like I gave up and like I've ruined this whole thing and now like I'm so far set back that I don't think I'll ever be able to get back to where I was.
Definitely challenged a lot of thoughts that day.
That's what a friend is for.
Yeah.
Helps if they're a therapist too, but even if they're not, that's what your best friend's for.
Exactly. I mean, I just had to, call it out of what was really going on.
I was like, thanks for like being...
I know, and I thought I was being an asshole.
No, I was like, you're not being an asshole. You're like telling it like it is. And I'm running away with this theory that's made up in my head.
Right.
So yeah, that's the update.
That's the update.
I mean, it's like technically a good update. Like, I don't know. I never want to say there's good news, but like, this was not bad news.
No, not bad. And we need Alex here for another episode day.
Well, also, people have been asking about Alex. How's Alex? Where is Alex?
Okay, well, because we need to bring we couldn't like figure this out with her.
We all have children. It's hard to coordinate the care.
Okay, but so we're gonna do an update with her. But I don't think we talked on the podcast about the tattoo.
Oh my gosh. We haven't yet.
No.
And our trip.
Yeah, so we have to do that with Alex.
We'll do that with Alex. Yeah.
But
so it'll be like maybe a combined
thing. But just one thing about the tattoo. I just have to share this quick story, which we will reshare because it's that good when Alex is there. But we like impromptu, we're like, we're going to go get our tattoo right now.
Yeah.
And it ended up being out of LA. Like we didn't know this place. And I was like, how do you know if a tattoo parlor is going to be legit or not? And we walk in And we looked at Alex. She's gotten tattoos before. And she's like, yes, this place looks good. And the guy who gave us our tattoo is like the most beautiful, wonderful human being.
Oh my God, he was so kind and sweet and generous.
Yeah, and we will go into more details about him.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to share that if anyone is looking to get a tattoo.
Right outside LA.
Outside LA.
Very close.
Torrance, California.
Yeah. He was great. So we have a rec for you. We'll give it on the next podcast. His name was... Shit. No. We're gonna... Don't put this in ink because I will remember his name. Damien?
Oh, that sounds right.
Right? I think that was his name.
That.
See, I have brain cancer, but I remember things.
What was it called?
Like Insight or In Flames or Inner Light? Inner Light.
What? Oh my God, wow.
I am so
Jordy,
good.
what? How do you remember that?
I don't know. Damien at Inner Light.
Wait, Jordy, I'm actually... Hold on,
That's his name though, right? Because I don't want to get that wrong.
No. I need to find...
We're going to confirm?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Look at me go.
Okay.
See, like, you can take my walking away, but you cannot take my...
I know.
My
Jordy,
memory.
Cognitively, you're still superior to me.
No, I'm not superior to you.
No,
I just can remember things.
Okay, so Damien owns this, or he's a manager.
He's a manager who owns like this beautiful tattoo shop.
Inner Light Tattoo.
Yeah.
And he's just, will tell you the story, but if you need to get a tattoo, he's wonderful. And we're just very appreciative of him.
Yeah, so we'll share it when we have Alex on next time. But this was a little reminder for us.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there was anything else that
I mean, I'm sure. This is
think
like
of.
10 weeks.
I mean, like, yeah, there were just so many things.
You got to witness Brody turning 3.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Guys, when I first got diagnosed, it was like August of 2022.
3. August 2023. Yeah. It's okay.
I guess I don't remember.
You're not really great with time and numbers. And dates.
But names, I got you.
Yeah.
So it was 2023.
Well, it was the 22nd, but it was 2023.
Because I'm trying to think how old Brody was.
Well, he was 18 months.
Okay, yeah, 2023. Then.
Or not 18. He was whatever.
15
months.
2023. Okay, sorry. So August of 2023. And now here we are, and it's June. No, June.
Well, it's May, but...
Shit. I'm not really like...
Okay, it's almost June.
I'm trying really hard, guys, okay?
Okay, it is June, like next week.
So soon. It's almost June.
In 1 week.
Of 2025.
Correct.
So that means like I'm close to 2 years.
Yeah.
And the prognosis for someone with this is 12 to 18 months.
Right.
And I'm almost at 2 years.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I feel on borrowed time. You know?
Do you? I remember your competitive side was like, I just want to make it to 18 months so I know that like I'm not like that everyone
I'm not
else.
The average. Yeah. I know, which is so mean.
It's like so ridiculous.
But yeah, no, I'm at like, I don't know, almost 2 years now. And like, I never thought I would see Brody turn 3. I never thought I would see him start preschool.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm going to be here to do all those things.
Yeah, it's really sweet.
So it's really exciting. I mean, it's a little depressing that like that's how my life is,
right.
But it's exciting to be like, oh, I get to be here for moments that I didn't think I was going to be here for, and like could be here for other moments that I never thought I'd be here for.
Yeah.
The point is, I just don't know.
You just don't know. Also on the Brody topic, because Hank actually posted something asking like, hey, what do you want to talk about? Or wait, sorry. Hold on.
What?
I was reading something and talking at the same time. I had a few different thoughts. Okay.
Scratch he did that. Like a poll or something?
Hank went on Instagram to do a poll to say, what do you want them to talk about?
Yeah, to be clear, anytime Hank someone posts something from the group street
Hank. I mean, if it's me, I literally say, this is Erica.
Yeah, otherwise it's Hank.
Wait, we also had another follower who sent us money. to like sponsor our next meal for a podcast.
Oh my God. Who was that?
I remember her name, but I have to go back and check. It was so sweet.
I just like sometimes forget that people like are listening to these things and are invested in the story, in our well-being. It's very kind. Then I open up these emails and they're like, someone give an update on Jordy. Like, how is she? And I'm like, oh my God, someone from Australia is like checking in on me. That's so sweet. The world can be a really beautiful place.
Okay. I won't put out like a last name, just, but that's like fine. Caroline.
Okay.
Or Carolyn.
Is it Lynn?
Lyn.
Carolyn.
Okay, I was right.
Yeah.
So Carolyn, she said sushi, donuts, pizza, heart, which is just so sweet.
Yeah, all favorites.
And
just so
thank you for rooting for us.
Yeah.
And for sponsoring our podcast meal.
Yeah, it's very sweet. We like to eat food together, obviously. Who doesn't?
Okay, so back to Brody, or Hank, who put this poll out. Someone wanted to know, like, how do you talk to Brody about what's going on?
What's going on, yeah.
And so maybe we could just get to that. Let me just see if there's something specific I can get. Let me see if I can pull up the actual.
Yeah, I actually didn't see that one. You know more about what's happening.
I mean, yeah.
That makes sense.
Someone said they want a soccer bit ASMR taste testing.
Oh, God.
How to talk to young kids about death and help them navigate grief. Okay, well. I mean, we haven't really. I mean, I can speak to that a little bit. Yeah. Not about. I mean, we're not talking about death because we don't need to talk about death right now. But with Emma, I've talked about death in a few different ways. And then I've had friends whose kids have had people in their life died. So I like books. Books are a good way to do it. And as you know, I've created a lot of books.
She has. She's created so many amazing
Today,
books.
Emma pulled out the Auntie JoJo book.
She did.
Yeah, during quiet time. And she was like,
that's what she wants to read during quiet time.
She was like, Daddy, can you read this to me?
Oh, God.
And I was like, oh, my God.
I know. Every time Brody picks out that book, I'm like, please don't make me read this again.
It's like so sad.
It's so sad.
And yesterday she picked up the Grief Elephant book again. And then made her grandpa read it. And I was like, oh, he's a trooper, because he had no idea what the book was about. Yeah. So there's a book called Lifetimes, which Alex told me to get. And it goes through like plants live and die.
I have to get that one too.
And birds and then at the end it's like, and what about people?
Yeah.
But the idea is like there's a beginning and there's an end and there's living in between.
Yeah.
I did need to change the last page because it says, what about people? And it's like, well, people's lifetimes are 60 or 70 years old.
We're like not for me.
Well, yeah. And also I'm like, most people, we hope they live longer.
That's like short now.
I'm like, if Emma were to ask how old her grandparents are,
right,
I'd be screwed. So I just crossed it off. People live a really long time.
So like people can just live.
People live.
You know?
Yeah, and it does say like most of the time they live a long time. And sometimes people get illness or disease. So that is a little bit, but mostly it's talking about what we see now with like some changes.
Yeah. I would say like we do a lot of talking with Brody about like what mommy can and can't do, what mommy could and now can't do, and how that makes him feel, or who in his life can still do those things with him.
Yeah.
And we found that to be helpful, and sort of just really talking about like who are the other people in his life that are there with him and can support him. And, you know, there's like our little nuclear family, but then beyond that, you know, who are the other people that can be there and love him and, you know, do the things that mommy can't do with him, like physical stuff, like dancing and those kinds of things. Like he saw, Erica made this really cute video for him. I mean, a book that's like has videos and pictures in it of Brody's first 2 years of life. And he loves to look at that. Has Wheels on the Bus soundtrack, of course.
Oh my God, I know.
And there's like a video on there of like me, Brody, and Hank all dancing in our living room. And he's like, Mommy, you're using your leg there. Like you're using your other leg and your other arm. And I was like, yeah, that was, I was able to use my arm and leg there. I actually didn't really have GBM then. He was like, oh, you didn't have GBM? I was like, no, I didn't always have GBM. So I just give him the facts, you know, and then allow him to process his feelings around the facts and try not to just like do any like projecting into the future.
Yeah.
Because like I just said earlier, we don't exactly know. So it's like, I'm not going to tell him something and then it changes.
Right. That's like way too much for
It's way too much. Like it's way too much for me. Yeah. So for his little 3-year-old mind, there's just no way to comprehend. So yeah, just mainly focusing on the facts and then processing the feelings around that.
Yeah. I think that's, and you know, our kids are resilient. Kids are
so resilient.
So resilient. And we will do another ASMR taste testing for you. Maybe that will be sponsored by Carolyn. Thank you, Carolyn.
Oh yeah, thank you, Carolyn. That will be brought to you by Carolyn in the next.
That will be. We have to text Alex and figure out when we can.
Yeah, we'll find a day where Alex can come and we can do it.
Anything else? Yeah, people want to know obviously how you're doing, but we know that.
Yeah.
Okay. Any unpopular opinions? Always hilarious.
Unpopular opinions?
Yeah, do you have any unpopular opinions?
Ooh.
I know, I feel really put on the spot. That one?
I mean, I feel like you probably have more.
I probably do. Just can't really access them right now.
You don't really like TV shows or movies outside of like...
Oh my god. Well, here's something that will make people cringe.
Okay.
So, last night, Ramsey and I, we never watched TV or movies together because he doesn't watch. I mean, I don't really watch, but whatever. We're on Netflix, and he's like, "Oh, hey, I heard of that movie."
What was it?
And I was like, "You heard of that movie?" Because it's like a movie everyone in the world knows.
Oh.
And I'm like, "You've just heard of it? Like, that's not something you..."
Oh, I thought it was going to be like some obscure thing.
No, it's like the most well-known movie.
Okay.
I mean, unless you're Gen Z, then you will not know. The Breakfast Club.
Oh, yeah.
The fact that he said, "Oh, I've heard of this
I've heard
movie."
of it. Like, yeah, it's a cult classic.
Yeah. So we watched it.
It's so good.
It is so good.
It is, right?
Yeah.
I
So
love that
that's,
movie.
that's just a side.
That's not an unpopular opinion, though. That's
I
it.
mean, maybe, right, I guess if
I think everyone would like
He was-
Breakfast Club.
I think most people would.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
I think the unpopular opinion would be that most people don't want to watch documentaries about really scary shit like you do.
Yes, so I do. It's weird because when I'm looking at Netflix, I'm just like, oh, docu-series. Like,
Well, I feel like
those-
your for you or like recommended for you page must be
I know it
really
is.
scary.
And Ramsey's just like,
Doesn't
absolutely
watch that
not.
before bed.
No.
It's like nightmares.
I know I did have, yeah. So I guess I'd like to know. But then I liked like the Tinder Swindler. I also watched another one recently where it's like a catfishing for like 8 years.
Was this the one on Hulu?
Yeah.
I've heard of this.
That's
The
good.
one that asks for money from the ladies.
Oh no.
Oh,
This
this
is
is the one I was going to send you.
Okay.
Okay, actually, that one.
Yeah, I'm into that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that stuff's interesting to me also, but I wouldn't, like, that's not what I seek out when I'm like, what do I want to watch for entertainment?
Yeah, I know. I just like the only thing I can't start a non, like,
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, like, I want to live in a different world.
But I don't want like reality TV. I tried watching Valley.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I couldn't get through one episode.
You liked that one show,
Selling
which was,
Sunset.
yeah, which was so hilarious.
Because I was really more so just.
You're, like,
So-
invested in, like, the drama, though. I was
I know,
shocked.
it's so weird. It's so
You're
weird.
like,
'Cause I was-
Michelle, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't know who the fuck these people are that you're talking about.
I guess because I feel like we could be, like, we
Right, we're, like, in the same area.
we're in the
as them.
same area. I feel like we could be close to them. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a reality TV person. I like some of the things that you like, but I definitely don't seek them out in the way that you
Yeah,
do.
and then I get obsessed with it and, like, search so much.
Yeah,
But then,
like
like,
your Google probably gets really weird.
for like 2 days, I become obsessive and like stalk them and Google them, and then I totally forget. Like, I don't know who's who. But I don't know. It says something, I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't think I have an unpopular opinion.
Everyone mostly agreed with your chocolate peanut butter
I know.
combination. You know, I didn't even think about it. Chocolate peanut butter. I know. Sweet salty. Is that a combination?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are like popcorn and bunch of crunch or popcorn and M&M's. Pretzels
I guess
covered in chocolate.
I don't have like an actual ingredient in mind. I just mean like the palette of like sweet salty.
You know, I feel like you need an actual. Right.
Oh, okay.
It's not the same thing.
like Swedish candy.
What are you eating with it that's salty? Chips.
Weird, sour, salty.
Oh, I don't think that's a thing. Maybe that's your unpopular opinion. I don't know. I just, I don't feel like I have too many unpopular opinions.
That's
Maybe
okay.
I need more.
No, it's okay. This doesn't need to be like your thing of like.
Well, if you are interested in those kinds of things, you should watch the series. Not series. It's like the little thing on TikTok. Subway Takes.
Oh, that's what he tagged. That's who he tagged. Subway Takes. Hank.
Oh.
He said Subway Takes sponsor Jordy, and I was like, Subway, like the sandwich.
Oh no,
spot?
it's this.
I was just gonna ask you, like, what
talks
is
to people on the subway, and he asks them for their like hot takes.
Oh, that's what this
And
is.
then they-
Okay, so
yeah.
that's what's happening because I was wondering why did Hank tag Subway, but I was like too embarrassed to ask.
No, you didn't tag Subway.
I was like, what does Subway have to do with unpopular opinions?
No, it's this guy who basically asks people like, tell me like a unpopular opinion or like a hot take on something.
Okay, what's your hot take on something?
Yeah, the thing is, I don't know. I've been thinking about what my hot take
Can you tell me what does someone say?
Oh, what was it? People from other places in the U.S. that moved to New York shouldn't be allowed to move there. Like, you can't come unless you bring actual culture with you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you need to be, like, bringing, like, good culture and good food, or else you can't come.
Wow.
So, you know, there's, like, those kinds of things.
Yeah, I can't really think of anything.
Yeah, I have to think on this more. But
Okay, well, TBD.
TBD, if anyone has a good hot take, let us know.
And then we'll comment on your hot take.
Yeah, and then maybe we'll tag Subway.
I was just like, I don't know, I feel weird to ask. Like, I should know why. So
No, it's fine. Yeah, no, it's like a very online thing.
Right.
Yeah.
I wonder if someone from New York said that or not. Who came up with the New York hot take.
I mean, it is on the subway in New York.
But it would be someone from, like, Louisiana who says that.
Oh, yeah. No, this guy's definitely not. I don't think he's from New York.
That's what I mean. Like,
Yeah, he's
who is
probably
he
from somewhere else.
to give this hot take?
I don't know. I need to find out.
We need more info.
This guy's very funny, though.
Okay, well, anyway.
Someone said, you should be allowed, like, when, he said when he was at the airport, this lady was, like, holding her baby and, like, her coffee and, like, whatever, and he, like, wanted to help her, but he wouldn't let her, she wouldn't let him hold the baby. And he was like, why? You should let me hold your baby.
Oh, because you're a complete stranger.
She's like, you can hold my food. And he was like, I don't want to hold your food. I want to hold your baby.
That's really funny.
And that was his hot take. Let me hold your baby.
That's not, I guess I still need to do some research first.
Yeah.
To understand the hot takes.
Yeah.
But
So we'll get back to you on that one.
It'll come
Were there
back.
any closing thoughts?
Closing thoughts are, can't predict the future.
Yeah, just because you have a diagnosis, you don't know what that
Yeah.
means.
And this is like messed up to navigate, you know?
You
It's
know, because I mean, like, we've been saying the whole time, like, oh God, your tumor is the worst kind, which it is.
yeah.
And it's like, oh, but your tumor, like, the genetic profiling is the worst of the worst.
Mhm.
Again, true. But then I'm like, okay, and I'm here at 2 years.
Yeah. I think
So,
it's just like hard
It's
to
like what worked, what didn't work.
right. I don't really know if there's an actual
There might not be an answer to that.
good way to like navigate this. Because
Yeah.
I think like you
But I guess just like don't take anything that like you can't take everything as fact.
yeah.
Like there actually are no facts for this because it's all based on
I mean, I have tried to like train my chat GPT to like
I mean, you have.
know you. Yeah.
But I feel like if we were to have asked your chat GPT,
Oh, I've asked my chat GPT many things.
have you asked it since my last scan? Like,
Yeah.
what is your prognosis?
Uh-huh.
Since my good one?
Yeah, because I train your chat
Oh,
GPT
God.
always.
Okay.
Well, it's no.
Don't
it's,
tell me.
no. It's like wow.
Oh,
Well, this
okay.
changes everything. Okay, that's a good TBD.
We're out. It's fine. The things I wanted to talk to you about are not appropriate for the podcast.
No, it said it was like, oh, this changes everything we thought. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, literally, it changes everything.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for listening to Grief Street. We put out new episodes every Monday. If you'd like to support us, give us a follow on Instagram and TikTok. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel to find the video version of our episodes. Please subscribe wherever you listen to your podcasts and give us a 5-star review. We would love to hear from you and get some feedback. If you'd like to contact us, please email griefstreetpodcast@gmail.com or leave us a voicemail at 508-474-3378. That's 508-GRIEFST. Our theme song is Hepcat Jive, courtesy of purpleplanet.com. We'll see you next time.